Actually, I don't know if it's proper avocado toast, but it's really good. I've melted some cheese on some toast, and then I spread some guacamole on top. Hi, it's my voice. And I added some salt, some smoked paprika, and some chili pepper flakes, and it's really good. Hi, Pink! I also have more than that, though. I have one slice of toast that is butter and jam, and another slice that is cream cheese and jam. I like spicy avocado. I like spicy, but you can't relate because you have baby mouth. Points and laughs. So or at least most of the bird and nature noises in the background you can hear are actually from the game I'm gonna play. And it's like blending with the lo-fi really well. Look how baby mouth gang over here. This is gonna be so confusing. When I have Streamlabs up, so it shows me the chat whenever I'm live. So I'm gonna have to switch over to the game and then minimize that and have to start looking off to the side to my phone. I'm gonna completely forget to check the chat constantly. Well, fortunately for me, because I don't have baby mouth, I have dragon breath because I eat the spicy. You're gonna need a whole adventuring party to take me down. I do need more monitors. We still haven't gotten the cable I needed. Because we don't do things in this household. You understand? Yes, it means I stinky. I smell like, garlic. I got garlic breath. And onion breath. Red onion breath. Yeah, that's why we're fam. Because we stinky. Stinky gang. That right there. I'm literally pointing at my screen. No one can see that. The pink one there, that's my magical adventure buddy. He's stinky. I'm gonna eat some of my avocado toast. It's really steeped into bread. Nice and soft. Oh fuck, that tastes so good. The cheese goes so well with the avocado, with the guac. It's really fucking good. Do you have any updates? Oh, I buzzed all my hair. I like shaved my head between streams. Or I guess I did that the day after the last stream. So yeah, between streams, but very close to the previous one. I have no hair anymore. It's really nice. Highly recommended. I'm bald now. It's really annoying because now I look so much like one of my brothers. Can I have my chat, please? Thank you. Yeah, Dan is growing his hair out. That guy. My hair grows so fast. It's gonna be back to the floppiness it was in like 2 months. Okay. I think that's enough dilly-dallying. Let's get to the game. Turn off my lo-fi. Now this is pure game audio. That's what was being contributed to the lo-fi. Game. Detective Grimoire. I don't know anything about the plot, which is good, other than, I mean, we'll get into it in the game. It'll explain. But a man that ran a, like, very Grunkle Stan, I think, is the vibes I get. Kind of guy ran, like, a mystery shack deal in the marshes, and then was killed mysteriously by potentially the very creature that he was hyping up in the area. Maybe he invented. I don't know anything about this, but I really hope it's a cryptid. I really hope it's actually supernatural. I read that this is about 3 hours gameplay, maybe a little bit more. And I'm gonna need y'all to tell me if the audio is too loud or too quiet once we get into it. Listen, pig. I think that's the perfect example going into this of how bad I'm gonna be at this. Because it's like kind of, Professor Layton puzzly, solve puzzles for clues and stuff. From the screenshots and, like, clips I've seen, it seems kind of both a mixture of Layton and Ace Attorney, of solving puzzles for clues and then presenting evidence to people. Thank you, Gazi. Blows a kiss. Yes, you and Vaughn helped me with Layton when I was playing with someone, and we were very dumb. I do have all of the Layton games. I could do a series of streams of those, but I will warn you, I am fucking dumb sometimes. But if I have the chat to help me, that'd be nice. Alright. Y'all ready for this? Really like this fun. Boy, are we dumb sometimes. Play. Whoa. Well, good thing I'm wearing them. I was born ready. You need sound to properly experience the game. Whoa. Ooh, that seems loud in my headphones. That was my bad singing voice. On purpose. I don't know how to help with that, because I don't want to skip.
2025 last night. A murder occurred in a remote part of this swamp. A small tourist attraction.
I don't know if I can replay this
deep within the heart
cutscene.
of the marshal.
Hold on. A tourist attraction. Here? I don't get it. Why would anyone come here by choice?
Yeah, I don't care. Oh, that closed the game. What the hell? Alright then. Pausing is not allowed. I had the volume, like, it was all, like, around here. And it was that loud. So, like, I don't know if it's just not, if it's just ignoring these settings or what. I will turn it hella down. I'll fucking try that again, I guess. If it's full volume, I don't know what to do for y'all. Yeah, when I close the game and open it again, it resets the volume. I know that. I just don't know if going to the cutscene, it just ignored what I had set it to initially. Ah! Okay, I turned it hella down in Streamlabs. So it just full on ignores my sound settings. That's so annoying. I turned it hella down. I don't know if that's enough or too quiet now.
A tourist attraction. Here?
Yeah, there we go. Oh, good thing there's subtitles. It's an alien? That was my ring. I'm sorry. Take that off. Oh my gosh! Pink! It's the other guy's Officer James! It's James! Police file. Richard Remington, founder of tourist attraction Boggy's Bog, was found dead outside his office at 20:45 last night. Exact cause of death unknown. 3 small wounds to the chest suggest an attack from a clawed creature. Slime around the wound and footprints found at the scene suggests the culprit was quote-unquote Boggy, the legendary swamp creature. Any of the 7 other people present in the swamp last night could hold vital information. That's what it looks like. This is our suspect, boys. Interesting. Can I What is with these cutscenes? Starting the game. Bro. What is with the volume in this game?
You can look at your clues and suspect profiles in here.
Yeah.
When you've collected some, of course. I'll stay and guard our boat, so if you're confused,
Thank you. James Castle. Am I allowed? That just will exit the game. Here, okay. Bro. Y'all gotta help me out here. I don't have volume mixer, Gazi. I don't have the money for things like that. I am a nobody streamer. Alright. I won't fucks with it. Okay. I have a feeling we're gonna deal with fluctuating volume a lot.
That's where I need to go. I can switch to walk mode with the button in the bottom right. Oh, and if I'm feeling confident, I can turn off those sparkly hit icons in the options menu.
Oh no, I'm keeping them on. I'm a dumb bitch. Walk mode. There's a certain quality to Grimoire's voice that makes me think of Elle. I can't help it. I'm sorry. Hello. Hello, person.
Wow, you didn't get lost yet.
No, I only just got here. Who are you?
You don't remember. Of course, you're not great at remembering. I should be offended, though.
What? What the hell am I supposed to answer with? There's background information I don't personally know, but I can respond with. What does "I've been trying to forget" mean? I don't know the context for that. And as far as I'm aware, this is the first game in the Detective Grimoire series, of which I believe there are 2 games. I don't understand. I'm gonna call her weird.
You're that weird girl from the fairground.
Saw your hat blow through here already. You must be slow, if it wouldn't even wait for you.
Well, if you let me, I'd better go after it. You can wait here and be
You'll
faithful.
get lost. I would never forgive myself if I let you go through without the map.
You have a map of the swamp?
Not anymore. I'm giving it to you.
You should really stay here. It's dangerous. There's been a murder. Though I suppose you know all about it already?
They're saying it was the creature, but it can't be him. He doesn't seem like a killing sort of creature. Nope. He's a different sort of creature.
Wait, what do you mean? If you... She disappeared.
The child fucked off.
I might pretend I imagined her.
Alright then. Can I just click on
Just an
things?
odd old tree.
Oh, I can. I can just click on things.
It's an old statue of Boggy. His feet are hidden in a bucket of murky water. Is an opportunity for a photographic memento. The 2 characters are an explorer and Boggy himself. Are they fighting?
Interesting. Are they fighting or are they kissing?
I still don't quite understand why we have a tourist attraction here. Don't forget to use walk mode to move around.
I'm aware, Mr. Grimoire. I'm sorry, Detective Grimoire. Photo thyself. Kazi, you have brain rot.
Just my luck, the gate's closed.
Well, then why'd you tell me to walk into it?
Looks like I can move these metal latches around.
A puzzle
I should
time.
just have to slide at least one of them out of the bottom of the lock. Then I'll be able to get through this gate. Probably.
Fascinating. easy. I can also look with both. Oh, it's too heavy now. Anyway.
I don't forget to use
Yep.
just my.
What?
Looks like a
But I did
conscience
it!
then.
Wait, I'm confused. I mean, these are the sorts of puzzles I can do. You don't need to do both sides. He literally said you don't. Put it back. That's funny. Oh. Maybe I do. Well, now it's stuck.
Hey, nice.
Oh, there we go. Okay. That's weird. Ah!
This is the tourist attraction? The whole thing just doesn't make sense to me.
None of this makes sense.
Let's do some thinking.
Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't help you with that.
Drag any two stray thoughts into those slots at the bottom, and flick through the connecting statements in between to make a sentence.
Uh-huh.
Tap the confirm button to try it out. I just have to focus my thoughts and reach a conclusion.
Oh.
Boggy's Bog seems like the middle of nowhere.
My beard. Interesting. This is the sort of Ace Attorney style stuff that I'm fucking terrible at. Those 4 seconds of brilliance. No, let's save that for the end of the game. When the big solve happens. My beard is too stupid for my hat to have happened.
My beard is too stupid for my hat to have happened. No.
That's funny. Our boat isn't warm enough for the swamp. He's so smart.
Our boat isn't warm enough for the swamp to be so smart. I'm losing my mind here.
It was a mistake to give this to me. Ugh. Little girl. It's too stupid. Interesting.
My beard is too stupid for the murder to have happened. No.
No.
Who would come here for a vacation?
Oh. The swamp is far too remote for a tourist attraction to
The
make money.
swamp
Hey.
is far too remote for the tourist attraction to make any money.
Gazi,
It's
your brain
really
rot.
bugging me.
It's really bugging me.
What's the story behind this place?
Money grab, probably.
It's a fork in the road. How non-linear. It's the base of a gigantic tree, and it's sitting in the very heart of the swamp. Was this entire place built around it? Apparently, there's a museum to the left and a cafe to the right.
Ah, what are you eating?
I'm not hungry, though. This place is putting me off food.
I'm hungry.
Note to self, don't fall in.
Pushes him. I guess we'll... Or, let's look at that.
There's a hollow part of the tree, right at the front, but it's too dark to see inside.
Interesting. Ugh. Of their eyes. Was that a one-time event? Interesting.
A rather prominent tree stump looming over the wooden pathway. It's hard to ignore. These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground over there.
Nice. I was just clicking somewhere random.
Looks like this path leads towards the northwest corner of Boggy's Bog. I can't wait. I should visit the crime scene before I do anything else. I think Officer James said it was to the west.
Why is that audio a different quality?
There's a narrow path here leading up that hill and through the trees. It doesn't look inviting. I'm not sure it's part of the tourist attraction.
Interesting.
Rocks sitting in the water like stepping stones. If that was a natural occurrence, it's a very convenient one. This area is kind of empty. I can't see anything worth writing down.
Is he writing down every thought he has?
This area is kind of empty. Rocks sitting in the water. If that...
Which way to go? Probably towards the murder scene. But... spooky pathway. Murder scene, spooky pathway. Murder scene, spooky pathway. Murder scene, spooky pathway. Or is oh, this is the murder scene. Oh, then what's the other way? Never, whatever. Footprints.
There are bizarre footprints with 3 toes leading up to the office door. And back down into those reeds by the water.
It came from the water.
What's this? There's a
Oh,
log
whoa.
dropped amongst the weeds down here in the water. I just have to work out which vine to break and tap that button.
Uh-huh.
That's the one.
Yes.
But I wonder where this lockpick came from.
That's fucking mine now. A lockpick discarded near the entrance of Remington's office, covered in a strange liquid slime. Most likely used by the murderer to break into Remington's office. Question marks, question marks. Very interesting. A clue.
So, this is where they found
I
the
got an
Remington slime.
achievement. Let's get started. Yep. Uh-huh. Certainly seen all this. 2045. Boggy. It just makes me think of, Boggy the Froggy from, Season 2 of Fantasy High from Dimension 20. Man. All of Fantasy High was so good. Season 2 hit. Boggy the Froggy is incredible and perfect. And they made a plush for it, I believe. You should watch D20. It's good. Fantasy High is awesome. Phrase.
There's an open window above Remington's body.
I have a feeling he may have been pushed.
One of the curtains is ripped and hanging on the outside.
I have a feeling that's relevant. Tell me about this
I
tree.
don't like it here.
That's how I feel about trees as well.
I can't get in here without a key. And I don't feel like kicking the door down.
I do.
Maybe if I get desperate later on.
I have a feeling that's the way to go then.
can't get in here without.
Oh.
Maybe if I.
But I have a lockpick. Why can't I use it? How might I? Clues. I got a lockpick. How do I use it? Should be fair, it's evidence. I can't just use evidence in my investigation. Click and hold the back button to exit immediately from menus. Thank you! That would have been useful there. I already got 27% notes. Interesting. Data footprints. I have a feeling there's not much else I can learn from this area currently. But I will certainly be back here.
I don't like it here. I don't like it here.
I don't like it here.
The strange footprints stop right by these reeds. Maybe I should take a closer look. Maybe I can move some of them out of the way.
Get out of here.
A strange pair of green flippers.
My
badly
gods.
hidden in the reeds outside the office.
Anyway, strange flippers. I have a feeling it wasn't actually a cryptid. My disappointment is immeasurable. I want to kick the door down.
It's Remington's office. I don't really want to go inside,
Why not?
but I don't think I have a choice.
Wait, what? What does that mean?
I can't get
Door
in without
lock.
a key, and I don't feel like kicking the door down. Maybe if I get desperate later on.
I'm desperate now.
I don't like it here.
I don't like it here.
What's this?
I already did this. What's this?
What's this? What's this? What's this?
Anyway. Footprints. Body.
I don't like it here.
I don't like it here. Curtain.
It's Remington's office. But I can't get in here without a key. And maybe if I get desperate later on.
Assumedly I have to go somewhere else and get a key from someone. But also, he said that he has to go in there. I don't know if that's referring to now, or if I have to backtrack. That's unclear to me. But I'm gonna. What in the...
Some suspects.
Suspects. Just start handcuffing everyone I see.
Let's get this investigation started.
Talk to you. What?
Yes, do you have a message for me?
No, I don't think so.
Then why are you here? I'm incredibly busy.
You don't look it. Who are you anyway?
What a question. You're serious? I am Vincent Van de Peer,
The famous movie director?
the artist, the visionary, the auteur. I'm a man of many talents.
You have a talent for answering my questions. Very talented beard you've got, at least. I heard your work was going downhill lately. Ooh. I like the last one. I don't want to say anything offensive so that he might not talk to me, but I also wonder if saying sarcastic things might draw out more information. I don't know which way to go. This game's from like 2011 though, so probably not. I have finished avocado toast. 2014. What did I read 2011 then? No, I'm checking Steam. The title screen. Weird. I swear I saw 2011 somewhere. Then again, I'm awful with numbers. Oh, yep, August 18th, 2014. I was wrong. That bodes well. That bodes well for all of this.
That's great. Let's hope you have a talent for answering my questions.
You're in my light. Could you take a few steps back, please?
But then I'll be too far away to talk to you.
I know.
Me. Here's the thing. I don't know if you have to be very delicate with the sort of things you question with suspects, or if you can just throw absolutely everything at them until you get more. You know? These things are not yet evident to me, and I will only learn through failure, and that hurts me. So, I guess, talk about last night.
Were you working yesterday? Here in the swamp, I mean?
Indeed, I was working very hard indeed, well into the night.
Hard work, is it? Getting to know the swamp?
You jest. But yesterday I was getting even more involved than usual. Yes, difficult to comprehend.
Who did it?
So what kind of work were you doing?
Well, I was unable to find my faithful cameraman last night.
Ah.
He had hidden himself quite completely from view.
Bobby Burrow, right?
Bobby? Boggy? Huh?
But being a resourceful type of man, I stepped up and took on the responsibility myself. I was filming in this exact area.
You were filming? Last night? Here?
Yes, at the time of the murder, I believe. But wait, I know what you're thinking. Now, don't forget, I'm not here to shoot some experimental documentary. I have no interest in late-night surveillance footage.
Did you see anything at all? What is it you were filming?
The water. I was filming the water. It's a fascinating subject, one that has me captivated to the point where
So, you didn't see anything useful?
You saw the water.
Nothing useful to you, my good detective. But there are some odd sounds on the audio track.
Gimme.
Nothing but wild animals going about their nighttime rituals, I'm sure.
Screaming at the top of their lungs. Tap on a sound to hear it play. Interesting. What am I looking at here? Footage recorded last night at the exact time of the murder. Filmed by Vincent van de Peer in the clearing on the west side of the Stromp, near the crime scene. Stromp? We're in the Stromp, y'all. Near the crime scene. There's nothing to see, but various clues can be heard on the audio track. Listen to them in order. Ah. Okay. I have to place all of them. Yeah. I don't like this. Yeah, I know I'm listening completely out of order. I have to figure out what the order is, darling. I'm just going through them to see where they are. Because I have a very bad memory and will never figure this out. So when is this? Okay, I see now. It's literally just filmed the audio of the murder. Gazi, I can't know when it's presenting me with puzzles or not. Interesting. Tell me about your job.
What's a guy like you doing in a place like this?
Are you flirting?
Quite. I'm sure you're thinking, why doesn't he send an assistant? But that's not the way this director works.
But what are you doing?
I'm feeling, I'm experiencing, I'm discovering.
I'm dissociating.
The history, the atmosphere. It's the perfect setting for my next film. I'm on a scouting mission to get to know this swamp before I begin work on the latest masterpiece in a string of masterpieces.
You're making a movie about Bobby. About the swamp creature?
Of course.
So they have a costume.
Individual, isn't he? So mysterious.
No idea. I haven't met him yet. Is that your cameraman over there?
Yes, that's right. Bobby Burl, my faithful.
Oh, that's him. That's
Well, faithful enough.
Bobby.
No, I don't know.
He's an expert cameraman. Really knows his trade, of course. But he gets a bit muddled when it comes to priorities.
Like how?
Such
You mean
as?
he's lazy? He doesn't look lazy. Looks a bit scary.
Oh no, nothing of the sort. He just has a little hobby that sometimes distracts him from his work. But I wouldn't want anyone else shooting for me.
I wouldn't want anyone else shooting me with a gun. Fascinating. I could present a clue or a profile. But I probably don't have many profiles. I could present him his own profile. I'm gonna wait till I have more on that. And honestly, no, I'm gonna show him the flippers
You're
actually.
getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important.
Okay. But it's probably from the costume of Boggy for your film. Give him the Boggy profile.
Yes, the reason we're all here, of course.
Not me.
Isn't he your prime suspect?
Well, officially, yeah, but I mean...
What an amazing creature! No one has seen him for 60
Nature
years, and he still
is
manages to get
beautiful.
accused of murder. Incredible.
Fascinating. I'll also just throw everything at him.
There's a man who could handle himself.
I'm not so sure.
He's dead.
Apart from yesterday. That was just a one-off, wasn't it?
For him, I think so, yes.
It's the one and only.
The world's premier director. The king of wit and whimsy. You met him. You're a lucky man.
Are they flirting with each other? It's the one and only off. What do you think about this lockpick?
An autograph. A plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you.
That made me want to punch him.
I don't know if it's any use to you at all. I'll film again tonight and try to get a version without all those bizarre noises in the background.
You can't tell the sound of murder.
I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection. You won't be getting very far.
So this is a game where you throw everything until you get clues. Okay.
Less important.
That makes me feel better about how this will go. I have nothing else to discuss. You, sir!
Alright, let's see. Another suspect for my notebook.
That's a little rude.
No, I'm sorry. Did I say that bit out loud?
Maybe not. Maybe I can hear your thoughts.
So would you be able to answer my questions before I asked you?
Would you be able to question my answers before I tell you?
I could try.
I'm Bobby Burl, professional cameraman. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Detective Grimoire. I'm here to investigate last night's murder. Obviously.
Grimoire. Strange.
Is that your first name?
It's my 23rd name. And it's the one I like the best. First name? What's a first name? It's my second name. Detective is my first name. No, all of these are good options. Oh, I'm stuck between the first and the third. The first one.
It's actually my 23rd name, but it's the one I like the best. Is there something I should ask the cameraman?
Oh, interesting. The night sky. Vincent Van de Peer lied to me because the night sky was so useless. Detective Grimoire trans confirmed, hell yes. All of his names are nouns. All 23. Yeah, actually that implies that he has more than 23 names. My lost hat. Interesting. So we have told me that was one of the reasons. Doesn't explain why. Lied to me because was so useless. Came to the swamp in the first place. Was the murderer. Was nowhere to be found last night. Officer James. He told me that you was nowhere to be found last night.
Vincent Van de Peer told me that Bobby Burrell was nowhere to be found last night. Simple enough. What was Mr. Burrell doing last night that he couldn't help out his boss?
Challenge unlocked. Challenge topic will now be available when talking to Burrell. Find the truth. Uh-huh. Challenge unlocked.
I heard from Mr. Van de Peer over there that you were nowhere to be found last night.
Didn't I say I was at the cafe?
Yeah, you did. But your director needed you for some filming, and he couldn't find you. What were you doing that was so
I don't
important?
remember the cafe bit. I guess I should have spoken to him more before this.
I had to walk around the swamp. I didn't have my camera, so I was free to stretch my legs for once.
Where was your camera? Don't you carry it around with you all
Well,
the time?
the other guy had
All
it.
the time.
It was broken and being repaired at that point. You lost it in the swamp and went looking for it. You left it with Van de Peer. Used it instead. Yeah.
You found it, and you used
The
it
hell?
instead that night.
That's right, he was looking after that camera. So I went for a late night stroll. This place is beautiful in the evening.
I trust
You
him.
just walked around? You didn't do anything? Didn't see anyone?
Well, I can't say that. I have various ways to pass the time, you know.
Okay. What? You said you had a hobby on the side. You were lost in the swamp and were trying to get out. You were collecting samples of swamp water with 2 exclamation marks.
Van de Peer said you had a hobby on the side.
Is that what he said? Well, yes, he's right. I brought 2 cameras with me when I came here.
What?
I left
What?
my video camera, yes. But I have another one. It's much smaller, and it only takes black and white photographs. You know the kind I mean?
A really old one?
Yes, I suppose so. I've always enjoyed traditional photography, and this place is a wonderful opportunity to take some pictures of a natural environment.
So you might have
So,
evidence.
You were having some time off to take black and white photographs? For fun?
Only one photograph.
Kazi.
You have to be disciplined when you're not using a digital camera.
Can I see it?
Of course.
May I have
I
it?
took it near the woods at the back of the swamp. It's quite an interesting shot, but the light qualities weren't perfect. Here we are. Feel free to take a look.
Wait, what? This is a photo?
I haven't developed it yet. I only took it
Oh,
last night.
well then why are you showing me?
Just brush the developing fluid over the photo to reveal the image.
That's not how it works. I mean, that's how it works technically, but it's not in this environment. My god, it's buggy.
What?
What?
Is that Boggy? The swamp creature just standing in the water?
It could be. Personally, I'm not convinced, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
A blurry photograph, that's not very blurry, taken by Bob Burrell shortly before the murder. It shows something that looks like Boggy in the woods at the back of the swamp. The being in the photo seems to have long legs. I don't know if that looks like long legs or is partially in the water, but you know. Fascinating. Anyway.
You were here yesterday, I presume? Last night?
Yes, I was.
Here, in this clearing?
No, I was over at the cafe getting something.
Yeah, I should have spoken to him before the challenge.
There too.
Remington. You saw him last night? Just before the murder?
That's right, I saw him. He left the cafe looking rather ill. I offered to help, but he just wanted to go back to his office. He looked like he had a lot on his mind.
He was ill yesterday?
Interesting.
Perhaps it was something he ate.
I mean, of your job.
So you are
I'm gonna flirt
in
with you
Tokyo,
now.
But now, why would a cameraman be working here?
Boggy. I already made that connection, Gazi.
Into the swamp, and I was happy to help.
Vincent Vanderpeer. Mean that man standing on that rock over there?
That's right. I've worked with him for many years.
Is he your boss?
Oh, I don't know about that. We work together. He's tried to film here before, but he never got permission until about a week ago.
Interesting.
Oh, really? But why did you want to come here in the first place?
If you're looking for a reason to write down in your notebook, I'm sure he can tell you if you ask him. I'm just the guy who carries around the camera.
You always carry that camera with you?
Most of the time.
Can anyone just walk in here and start filming?
A ghost! My eyebrows! Offered to help. Forced. Has always had permission from. Only recently got permission from. To murder the victim. To leave the swamp forever. To film here in the swamp. To dress up as Boggy. I don't know who we got permission from, though. I'm gonna... You got permission from a ghost, alright? I guess probably the victim?
Vincent Vanderpeer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to film here in the swamp. I wonder if Mr. Vanderpeer has been breaking rules. Or maybe he'll have an excuse.
Sorry, Pink, I keep using up all my 4 seconds of smart. I'll present profiles.
The famous director and my friend.
Yourself.
Prolific cameraman with exceptional skills at carrying heavy equipment.
Yes, you look very strong.
You should ask someone else. Try showing it to somebody different.
What do you have to say about this lockpick?
That's great.
That's nice, honey. Tell me about the
I'm
flippers.
sorry I have not seen that before.
Tell me about the photo.
Yes, that's my photograph, taken near the woods at the north end of Boggy's Bog. Have you
North
tried looking
end.
there?
Not yet.
Vincent's work, I see. I'm glad he knows how to use the camera at least.
What do you think all those noises are?
Well, judging by the time this was recorded, I'd be able to make a pretty good guess.
Well, at least someone addressed it. Tell me about my
What is
police
it?
profile.
Some evidence from last night's murder?
I should not be showing this to suspects. And a map.
That's great.
That's lovely, dear. You, sir.
What?
What? Do I present stuff first? I guess I'll talk to you
He's been
about him.
working with me for a number of years. A real expert, of course.
Now I
He's a
have this.
talented man, that Burl. Sometimes I wonder if he'd be better off pursuing his photography full-time, you know?
Now I can challenge him.
I heard this isn't the first time you've tried to film here.
Where? In the swamp? What are you talking about?
Remington never found out about your previous attempt. Remington has denied your film permission in the past. You tried to film here before, but the camera broke. Where would I have gotten that information? I can't confirm or deny that Remington denied him filming here. And I can't say if he never knew about previous attempts, so what the hell? It's like, I wasn't given this specific information that he actively denied it previously. Seems we have a unanimous vote for middle.
Remington has denied you
It
filming
flashed.
him in the past.
Oh, that. Nothing but the natural process of being in a profession like
I guess that was correct.
Every situation simply requires the right approach before the gears
Uh
turn
huh.
smoothly. You understand, I'm sure.
Why did Remington not want you filming here? And why did he change his mind?
It wasn't even up to him. This area is protected, you know. There are certain rules, certain regulations. I encounter this kind of thing all the time, really.
That doesn't explain why he changed his tune. It's a little suspicious.
Why would you say that?
A famous movie director suddenly gets his way.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how that happened.
Money.
Time to use my notebook. Just drag an item onto the paper to draw the idea.
Uh-huh. Fucking money. Probably.
Right. That's the one.
Flowers!
I think you bribed Remington to get the filming rights.
Well, bribe is a strong word. It was just a little arrangement between friends. Nothing worth getting upset about.
An arrangement between friends,
Next
huh?
movie's profits. It made sense, since he owned the area anyway. Just a favor for a favor.
So you would have owed him money.
Only a small percentage, simply out of courtesy. And not for a long time, either.
Fascinating. Any more clues? No. More profiles? No. I think that's everything I have to talk about with him. I'm gonna say hi to this guy again. I don't like that he looks directly at you. No, I don't think there's anything else. Okay, bye. Here we go. What the? Oh, that's a little buggy. Okay then. I'm gonna go up here. So there's nothing. Okay, no, never mind. There's nothing else I can do in this area yet. So I will go over here. Ah, this is the museum.
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a window, but that museum is quite a nice building.
If you say so.
Which makes it look even more out of place in a swamp. Is it being held up in wooden supports? It's bizarre.
Interesting.
There's less light back there. Those trees are getting thicker and thicker. It's a stepping stone path that goes past the museum and into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So glad I'm wearing my best shoes today.
Tree.
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is
I
shut.
did not click on the window, but okay. So I can keep going or I can go into the museum. Bye, Pink. Love you. In all honesty, I might not finish this in one stream. Based on this pace.
The door's jammed unless I can get these brass handles out of the way.
Interesting.
Seems like I can rotate them around, just until the gap in the middle is clear. top hat guy would have so struggled with this one.
Alright then.
Let's see here. This journal belonged to the explorer who first discovered Boggy in this swamp 60 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'd better take a look at this. It's full of drawings and notes all about Boggy.
Interesting.
It seems to be the centerpiece of the entire museum.
Understandable. A journal recorded 60 years ago by the explorer who first visited the swamp. The only record of Boggy existing contains notes and sketches on the appearance of the swamp creature. Boggy is shown with 3 small claws on each arm. Boggy's feet are always hidden in the water. Seems to be a page ripped from the book. Interesting. It's kind of cute, if I'm honest. Why? I mean, I'm just picking everything up. All of this evidence with my bare hands. This is a really bad investigation. But then again, I am private eye. You know, it's not like I'm necessarily a part of the police force. Although I am working with the police, obviously, with, Officer James.
There's a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside. It's locked, though. Models of Boggy's claws. Hold on. What's this?
Oh, whoa. What's this?
Something doesn't seem right here.
Something's off.
I think I should try arranging these models into pairs. Something seems out of place.
What, I can just fuck with the exhibit? It says do not touch at the very fucking bottom. Number of spots and patterns. Prominent claws. Sketches even show a small thumb. I've done the thing. I've ordered them. What now? I can't hit back. That'll just undo the puzzle. What now? There's no confirm button. Oh. That? Okay, the plush ones need to be in the middle.
Part of the exhibit. Looks like someone tried to hide them here.
Oh, interesting. Okay, then. These flippers, they're not part of the museum exhibit, that's for sure. Odd.
Some educational facts about swamps. Did you know swamps are gross? Yes? Yes, I did.
The real ones in the right places. I thought, you know, the real ones go in the middle where it's different, and the blatantly fake ones go off to the sides. Not the ones that aren't supposed to be there go in the middle, and the examples go on the sides.
Apparently the museum was founded by the explorer many years ago. In a different location. It's only recently been moved here to be part of the tourist attraction.
Well, that's why it looks like shit.
That might explain why it looks so out of place.
And that.
It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show.
See, I was going into that puzzle assuming all of them were legit. Which, you know, in retrospect, yeah, that's dumb. Another story from Boggy's Bog. Yeah, they made the game. recorded by Swamp Sound.
This is a really cramped museum. Just one room,
Judgy?
not worth the admission price.
You didn't even pay to get in here.
Apparently, this is the exact hat worn by the explorers 60 years
I
ago.
love you too, Gazi.
It seems everyone is destined to lose a hat or two in this damn swamp.
Oh,
This is a really not.
I suppose the only thing left to do, speak to the man.
Let me guess, you don't work here, do you? I wonder if that makes you the first tourist I've seen today.
You're incorrect, detective. I
Oh.
am no mere tourist.
How did you know I was a detective? Was it my stylish trench coat? My sensitive, inquisitive manner?
It was the clueless expression on your face.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right. That's it. You've done it now. What's your name?
I go by Folder. Agent Folder.
Agent Folder. I'm writing bad things about you in my notebook. Doing a drawing of your beautiful face. I'm writing in my diary. It's been a long day. Bad things about you in my notebook. I assume this is the kind of person you're gonna want to flatter. Diary? You want me to pick diary? It's been a long day. I assume this is the kind of guy you want to flatter, so he'll be more willing to talk to you, though. He seems like an asshole, but we're going with diary.
I'm writing my diary. It's been a long day.
So, tell me about your job.
So, if you're not a tourist and you don't work here,
I am a scholar, an academic. I'm here to research the past and uncover the future.
Why is his voice so familiar?
you're visiting the museum for fun.
Fun! Oh, there's nothing so simple as fun to be had here. I come to this museum night and day to study its secrets.
Night and day.
What kind of secrets? It's just a museum about Boggy, right? The swamp creature.
He's one of the most intriguing modern examples of cryptozoology. A fascinating combination of scientific fact and wild speculation.
I'm with you on the speculation front. Although, come to think of it, people have been hinting that I should find out about the history of this creature.
A wise suggestion. And you've come to the right person. My knowledge far exceeds anyone else you might have met so far.
So,
Wait.
help me?
I suppose I could divulge some of my findings with you, if you're in the mood for a little light reading. Let me find it for you. Oh yeah, this'll do. Something for beginners at least.
Information about Boggy collected by Agent Folder. Boggy's swamp became a protected area after reports of hunting in the area. Boggy's appearance has changed from the original sketches, in which he has 3 claws on each arm. The modern character has simple fin-like arms instead, to make him less threatening. No footprints were recorded in the journal, but some experts believe that information is out there somewhere. That could be the page that was ripped out.
So, Mr. Folder.
Ah,
Agent Folder.
Yeah,
Suddenly
were you here
that's
yesterday? What were
really
you doing
loud.
last night?
I was here in the museum, going through my files one final time before this.
whoops.
Don't museums usually close in the evenings?
They do. I've never been one to worry about other people's schedules. And can do as I please. There's a key to every lock, detective.
Oh, so you have the key to the museum?
Of course I don't. Why would you think that?
Well,
Once again, that clueless expression. I use a lockpick and get in through the small side door.
Oh.
I have a right to be here, you see. Remington has no business locking me out, so I don't let him.
You just admitted to breaking the law. That my job would be a lot easier.
It's not my best lockpick. This this new one's cheap. I used to own one, a superior model. Unfortunately, I misplaced it in one of the darker corners of the swamp, so
I'm writing down your confession about sneaking around here at night.
What are you gonna do? Report me to Remington? Good luck, my friend.
I need to pick my questions carefully.
That is quite too loud. I'm trying my best. I was given by. I found inside. I found near. I lost near. Might belong to Harper. Might belong to. Remington's body. I think that's right.
The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder. As far as I know, Agent Folder is experienced with lockpicks. I wonder if he's hiding something.
Uh-huh. I'll try there. So I've done those. I'm gonna present clues
I have
first.
no interest in something like that. Obviously. You're wasting your precious time, detective. Actually, this is a classic example of a cryptid photograph.
Finally,
What's a cryptid?
word to drop
Creature
cryptid.
unknown to science. Look at the slight blurring in this photo, the murky exposure. It's perfect.
It's perfect because it can't really be used as evidence?
Now you're catching on. I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again. An important piece of the puzzle. This journal is a key to unlocking the history of this place.
Oh, I was a little too frantic about that.
This file goes over some basic differences between the genuine creature and the cartoon character. It's nothing more than a basic overview, really.
I could show him the lockpick, but I will wait.
The real swamp creature had claws, 3 on each hand to be precise. Why does the costume just have these pathetic fins instead?
With thumbs.
Guesswork. Nobody can know what Boggy's feet look like. It's his greatest secret.
About this lockpick.
Something you found on the floor? Come back when I'm not so busy, alright?
His pockets are filing cabinets.
This person is of no interest to me whatsoever. If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already. Are you asking about the cartoon character? Because I have no interest in such childish matters.
No, I think I'm asking about the actual creature. What's the difference anyway?
Everything!
Everything!
The man was a fool. That's all you need to know.
Oh shit. That's a hell of a way to talk about a murder victim.
Next time, only show me something if it's important.
That's you! Anyway, challenge time.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Are you setting yourself up for a joke? Something about a lockpick?
Maybe. Who knows? Stop distracting me. I'm trying to interrogate you.
My apologies.
Interrogate.
So, what are we showing Folder now?
Present a clue. The lockpick.
Where did I find this again?
Map location. Outside
I
office.
found a lockpick at the scene of the crime.
Oh, apparently you did. Why does this concern me?
You already admitted to owning a lockpick and using it to open locked doors. You said Remington always carried a lockpick with you. Were at the scene of the crime yesterday and might know who dropped it.
You already admitted to owning one of these, and how you're ever so happy to come and go as you please with it, am I right? Be honest.
Luckily for me, Detective, I was honest with you. I believe I have already explained that second lockpick before you even found it.
You left your lockpick by Remington's office yesterday. You lost your lockpick in the swamp. Had to buy a new one. You let Remington borrow your lockpick before he died.
You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
That's right. I appreciate you finding it for me. However, I won't ask for it back. Apparently, it has since become some diabolical instrument in the art of murder.
The art?
Yeah, it's an important piece of evidence.
I've done it. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. He looks very concerned. And his portrait at the bottom there. You're suspicious, Agent Folder. I think I'm done here. Environment outside has not changed. I will go this way.
The rock path leading back towards the museum. What's this? Looks like the stuff in the water has been moved around recently. Maybe if I reposition them, I'll find a clue.
He's just is playing in the water. Oh, I see. Okay.
I recognize that footprint.
Gasp.
It's the same as the one found at the crime scene.
My goodness.
What's this?
I've solved it. Interesting.
This staircase is a tree. And this tree is a staircase.
Fascinating.
And this place is so weird. The water's clear here. I can see my reflection in it. Not bad. The water's clear here.
Yeah.
It's like a little forest back here. This staircase and
Up we go. The loud.
Someone please tell me why there's a house here. Well, the lights are on. Maybe somebody's home.
I don't know, this seems like a fire hazard.
It feels like I've stepped into nighttime. What happened to the sun?
You ate it.
It feels like I...
Yes, I
The
will
latch is
investigate.
broken on this door.
Oh.
Seems I can fix it with those 3 cogs if I just put them in the right place.
Let me just repair this person's
Once they're
door.
on the right pins, I can move the handle at the bottom to try and open the door.
Well, time to just start doing random shit. Uh-oh, they made it fun.
Perfect.
I've done it.
I am amazing.
First, look at things.
Tree comes straight through the middle of the house. It even has little drawers carved into it.
That's awesome. I want to live here.
Okay, even I'll admit, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
This is like an oven? Or is it just a boiler? It's so old-fashioned it hurts my brain.
Oh, please.
The owner of this house seems to enjoy reading. Though, I'm not sure what else there is to do up here.
Is he just standing here saying all these things out loud while the person is right there?
Check out that sunlight beaming through the window. It's so bright I should have brought my sunglasses.
You would have lost them.
There's a whole load of needles and wool on that shelf. Or should I say yarn? I just don't know anymore. A little blanket on a little bed in a little house. It makes very little sense.
Are you kidding? This is perfect for me.
A little blanket...
You just walked straight into my house, did you?
Right? I'm paid to walk into people's houses. I don't like that line. Not exactly. I had to climb up here first. I would have rung the bell.
Sorry, I would have rung the bell, but you don't have one.
Normally, I have methods for dealing with unwanted attention. But I can make exceptions for harmless idiots.
Do you get any attention up here?
Most of the time, people like to leave me alone.
This is my dream life.
I don't think you're going to, are you?
No. I could make an excuse and say it's my job to ask you about last night, but to be honest, I climbed all the way up here and I just like being indoors.
Well, if you insist on staying, I'll tell you. I'm Lady Weybridge. And I
Weybridge.
think you might be climbing up the wrong trees.
I'm Detective Grimoire, and I think I might agree with you.
Okay then. I love you, Gazi.
Your job is to ask me about what happened last night.
Do you even know what happened last night?
I know more than you might imagine.
I love her.
That sounds useful. Can you tell me? What were you doing?
I was here, in my house, by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So you have
What else?
witnesses and an accomplice. Or, alibi.
Just give me a minute to write all this down. What do you do here? Did you work for Richard Remington?
I was living here before that man was even born. And I have absolutely nothing to do with him, or his little tourist attraction.
You're exaggerating. How long have you been here? Just in this treehouse? What do you do?
This is the original explorer from
Been
60
here
years
longer
ago.
than anyone. Even longer than, well, anyone.
I like numbers.
60 years, something like that.
What have you been doing for that time? If you don't mind me asking.
I have many reasons to be here, but I won't bore you with all the details of my life.
I would love to know.
I'm sure there's one detail worth writing down.
I like to study the plants and flowers in this area. I've learned many things from them.
Now, what about this little chemistry set you've got on your table?
I wouldn't call it a chemistry set, but if you bring me an object that has liquid on it, or inside it,
Oh,
I'll tell you what that liquid consists of.
I have many things.
Wow. How do you do that?
Chemistry.
A page from Weybridge's book of pressed flowers contains information about all the flowers in the swamp and where they grow. Green and red species only grow around the side door museum and can't be found anywhere else. Fascinating. Let me throw many clues at you. Like these drippy things.
Let's see.
Okay.
First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron. Then tap the faucet.
Oh, that was loud.
And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients.
Okay. Right.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of.
Sure, that's totally how that works.
I'll write it down in my notes.
It was a flower and blueberry. Oh, that was so legitimate.
Let's see. First, then tap.
Yep.
And now,
Flower and blueberries.
got it! Now I...
Oh, did you say something new there? Oh well.
If
Look
you
at-
bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
You didn't even do anything. I have to do it myself.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it. No, thank you. If you bring me something with liquid...
Oh, interesting.
This is a 60-year-old journal. It was on display in a museum.
I know what it is.
I thought you might.
I thought you might.
They're samples of flowers that grow in this area. 2 of them you don't see very much anymore. And 1 of them only grows around the museum.
Which
you
we
can
saw.
put that away. I can't help you with it.
Okay, thank you, Gazi.
No, thank you.
No thank you to flippers.
I'm not even sure who that is. You should ask someone else. A fascinating old woman who lives in a wonderful treehouse. I heard she wasn't so keen on visitors, though.
Well, time to keep bothering her.
Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree. I'm not even sure who that is.
It's Boggy.
I have nothing good to say about that man.
Oh.
So I won't say anything at all.
So this man has enemies. Interesting.
I'm indoors. What a treat. Check out that sunlight beat.
Alright, I'm out of here. That was fun. I'm gonna go over here. Oh, that was just back down. I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna go over here. It's the cafe.
The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship. I think. Never really learned much about ships.
He's not a very smart detective, is he? She
Water,
could be
water
lying.
everywhere, and not a drop to drink.
Shush. She could be lying about not knowing Baki. And we're just having to take everything at face value currently. She could have been the one that discovered or invented Baki 60 years ago.
Seriously, I'm not drinking that. Predictably, a trash can. And I just can't resist taking a look inside.
There might be
The
clues.
glamorous life of a detective. My favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash in here.
Start digging.
Hello, what's this? Just a piece of paper?
There's clearly a drawing on it.
Or something more sinister?
This piece of paper is evil. Looks like designs for a Boggy costume. What's going on around here? It's got wibbly legs. So there's the fins, there's the gloves. Side view. Interesting.
Are we really talking about a swamp creature here?
Found in my office. Thing I found in my office explains what. I found in the trash can explains what. I brought with me disproves that. It was hidden inside. Costume design I found in the trash can explains what the Poppy character smells like. What it's showing me was doing last night ever existed. Okay, maybe this isn't it. Cheese body. My lost hat. My outfit. The weather tomorrow. Brought with me disproves what was hidden inside. Found in my office. I mean, found in my trash can is the most recent relevant thing. Coils and Co. Fairground. The hell? Smells like is showing me. Explains what the Bobby character is showing me? Was doing last night ever existed? Smells like. Or explains what the. Get out of here. Black and white photo. Ooh, this game's a little buggy sometimes. Photo.
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo is showing me. My detective's intuition is kicking in.
Nice.
That black and white photograph. I'm not sure I'm looking at the real Boggy here. And I think these designs I found in the trash can might be the answer. I'll ask around, see if anybody knows anything about this. Oh, and I should start looking for the costume itself. If I can
And
find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
And I'll keep talking very animatedly to myself. Whoa, we beat chapter 1! How far into this are we? What time is it? Oh, we got time. We got time. Chapter 2. Baby.
I have something for you.
Hello, little girl.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
A key.
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on that office door.
Mm-hmm.
Remington's office?
Mm-hmm.
You are a suspicious little child.
Grass, trees, nothing unusual. A shipwreck? In a swamp? Does that make any sense?
Shipwreck with who?
And why is there a cafe growing out of the side? There's a wooden path built right into the shipwreck.
Shipwreck with who? The answer is Nightcrawler.
The rope bridge leads up through those trees. Do they expect tourists to climb up there? It looks dangerous. Grass, tree.
Sir.
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody over. So you're Detective Grimoire.
At your service. Well, kind of. You're a suspect too.
Of course, of course. Feel free
You're
to be
silly,
as
Gazi.
suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
How
Well,
did you know
Harper.
my name?
I can only assume I must have read about one of your many exploits.
Mm.
But I think you'll find the swamp to be your greatest challenge.
So challenging about an old swamp. You mean this murder case? I'm sure I can handle it. I love challenge. I eat challenge for breakfast. I mean, obviously.
I love challenge. I eat challenge for breakfast.
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse.
Oh,
My
good.
advice to you, look to the past.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the way forward.
I'm supposed to look to the past, right?
Killed the swamp creature when? Discovered by the explorer not 20 years ago, 60 years ago. And famous cartoon character. A buggy hat. Was hunted and killed. Killed the swamp creature when was hunted and killed. Discovered. That little girl killed the swamp creature. He is a nerd. What else we got? Found Boggy's bog. Was living in the swamp. The swamp creature was discovered 60 years ago.
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago. Ah, Lady Weybridge. She was living here when Boggy was first discovered by the explorer.
Mm-hmm. So, tell me about last
You're going
night.
to ask me about what I was doing last night.
I was going to. Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening, and I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I looked up and went home.
Do you
Where's
lock
home?
away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton stuff. There simply aren't many people who would choose to work in a place like this.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
You don't sound like Dracula. Tell me of your job.
So, you sit in this boat all day and sell food to people? To tourists, I guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too. To anyone who is hungry or thirsty. I know everyone's favorite foods.
What's
What are
mine?
they? Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well, how long is that?
I've worked in the swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Really? So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make.
It was made
The
from
bog
boggy.
dog. He ate
Bog
one
dog.
nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you get
Take my
thirsty,
knife.
It's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice.
Oh.
Try it.
It looks like... It looks... Well, I'll
Well.
try some. Later on.
You're in luck. That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently. I can only assume I must have been selling them all.
Did something strange happen at the cafe yesterday?
Poisoned bug dog. Murdered a victim because visited the cafe after. Left the cafe feeling ill. After a bog dog. What else we got? What's the reason that? I think. Bog dog suddenly burst into flames. Was fired from their job. Sold him a bog dog. Harper sold him a bog dog.
Richard Remington left the cafe feeling
A
ill
liquid
after
slime.
Harper sold him a bog dog. Harper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
Tell me about the costume.
Someone made a costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure. But I wonder if they planned things to go this far.
When you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in a trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise, perhaps.
I don't know.
Try to think why somebody would do such a thing.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
Not yet.
I want these two to be the detective duo. Can I hire this man to join me? I like him. Anyway, time to click a lot of things.
He's dead, but he always knew what he was getting involved with. You don't know everything, I'm afraid. I can't help you with that one. Sorry. Why don't you show that to someone else? It's the most popular drink that I sell. In fact, a lot of it has disappeared from my stocks recently.
I'm sure his assumption is that he's been selling it, and I'm sure that totally reflects on his profits.
It was Mr. Remington's favorite food. That strange green powder isn't supposed to be there.
Did he not consume enough of the powder so the person finished the job
You don't know
themselves?
everything, I'm afraid. I can't help you with that one. Sorry. Why don't you show that to someone else?
Sorry, I have to do this.
You don't know everything, I'm afraid. I can't help you with that one. Sorry. Why don't you show that to someone else? I don't know everything, I'm afraid.
Thank you for your time. Now profiles.
I don't know very much about them.
It's you!
You have a lot of suspects on that list.
About 9.
I don't know what to say.
Oh. Not 9 yet.
I don't know very much about them. You have a lot of suspects on that list. You're prime suspect, am I correct?
Well, technically, but I'm not even sure he's real.
Don't worry about that. Real or not, the creature's the most important part of this mystery.
Which one? The cartoon character or the real creature?
Exactly.
Hmm.
He was a friend for many years. If you have any questions about him or his belongings, I may be able to help you.
Thank you. Now I'm going to very aggressively challenge you.
I was told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it?
Poison. That was loud.
A bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I keep all my food locked in the storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
I have proof it was you that poisoned his food. Left the food stocks outside the storeroom. The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick. Maybe. Huh? Mayhaps? I'm gonna eat some toast. It's getting a little soggy. Anyway.
The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick.
A lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do you suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well?
Mm-hmm. Thank you for announcing that, Ghazi. That is immortalized forever. Challenge complete. Popular drinks sold at cafe in Boggy's Bog has the appearance of strange liquid slime. Harper says a lot of swamp juice has disappeared from his stock recently. Soon this will take me back up the tree. Yep. We must investigate.
I found these designs for a boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
No, but that's a good reason. Let's go with that.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft, my livelihood.
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering.
Peace
I don't think
offering.
he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
Interesting. I have swamp juice.
Let's see.
I know what to do, thank you.
And now...
A flower and a blueberry. The really loud noise.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. Was that the same as last time? This was the exact same liquid.
Ah. My gods.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
Would you like a bog dog?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You found me today. when you barged into my house.
I did do that.
Remember?
You were the original founder of the tourist attraction. That's a bold claim. You created the myth of the swamp creature yourself to scare people away. You were living in the swamp when the explorer visited 60 years ago.
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you need?
There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is. I think you wrote something in the journal yourself. I need you to tell me if the journal is a fake. Welcome back, Ghazi. Which of these do you suppose? Do I think she knows where it is? Or do I think she would be able to tell me if the journal is authentic? Page missing? I mean, yeah,
There's
that's
a page
probably.
missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
But it's
Why on earth would I
bold.
know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal.
Oh.
What, that I stole it?
How'd you know it was from the back of his journal? I didn't specify that. Grim is bold, that's fair. I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind. You stole it from him before he left the swamp. You took it from the journal when it was on display in the museum. Well, he's not exactly addressing. Well, I guess taking it implies she would know where she took it from, i.e., back to the book.
I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind.
It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs here, with me.
Interesting.
You understand?
What if I promise I'll return it after I finish clearing up this mess?
Then I'll
No.
show it to you.
Is this you? He drew you into his journal? It's beautiful.
Interesting.
60 years ago, yes. He left the page with me. We agreed the rest of the world would manage without it.
I think there's something on the back.
It's not. The delivery of her lines was like really soft. Oh. Him
What's
feet.
this?
He only have 2 toes in the front, not 3.
Footprints.
My God. The last page, ripped out of the Explorer's journal, given to Weybridge by the Explorer 60 years ago, features a drawing of Lady Weybridge, 20 years old. Also features drawings of Boggy's feet and footprint. He has 2 toes in the front and 1 in the back. This page proves the footprints found outside the office were not made by the real Boggy. Boggy was framed! I will not let this stand. My God. Incredible. We're learning things. How many chapters are in this game?
It's a humble gift shop wagon. Let's take a look.
Hmm.
Brightly colored Boggy baseball caps. Is there something behind them?
Ah,
What on earth?
it's the head.
This thing doesn't seem to belong here. at
There
all.
are actually at least 2 chapters. You're right. My God. The
It's some kind of
curtain outs in his house,
costume head,
in the office.
I think. There's a strange piece of red fabric stuffed inside.
That was ripped from the curtain.
2 clues for the price of 1, I guess.
This lady is sitting right outside, like right next to this. I'm just fumbling around.
Boggy's bog mug. Maybe I'll get one and surprise Officer James for Christmas. Well, I wouldn't wear it. Maybe to sleep in, not outside. Bonky dolls, bonky toys, bonky postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad. It's a framed drawing of Boggy. What a shame, it's not even signed.
Oh.
It's a photo of the swamp entrance. Or it could be a painting. There's really no way to tell, you know?
I think that might be a meta joke.
It's a map of the swamp. Mine seems a little older than this one, though.
Can I have this one? I'll trade you. I got an achievement, Boggy's fan club. Unironically, one of Boggy had. It's entertaining to me. I just designed a character that has a head finning like exactly like this. But theirs is usually flapped to the side when they're not alert.
Bonky dolls, bonky toys.
Boggy paraphernalia. Headpiece from a homemade Boggy costume found hidden among the Boggy hats in the gift shop has an unusual lining with a red swirly pattern. The red lining was a piece ripped from some curtains. Yes, outside of the office. Well, inside technically.
I'm not going to worry about how frail that wooden path looks. Nope.
I did make Boggy.
I'm not going. There aren't many clues over here. Unless those trees are a clue. But I don't think so. There aren't many clues over. But
Not much else to look at, I suppose. Is she smoking? What?
Sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're, hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
Oh. I only just arrived. I was in my office yesterday. Did you miss me? I only just arrived.
No, I only just arrived.
You're the detective, right?
Is he blushing?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your hat I saw blowing through here.
Can I have that back,
you
please?
Spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kinda dead around here. So, I generally notice magical floating detective hats. Oh, and don't worry, you look better with that.
Why is she voguing in front of me?
Oh, I have a good imagination.
Why is she just voguing? Ladybug, you're right! Oh, they should have given her blue hair. And pigtails. I'll tell you what I'll say.
When you have a moment free from your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
I know, but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening. Same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, seriously though, as much as I appreciate sarcasm, I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my notes.
Well, look, you've noticed the gift shop has wheels and you're thinking, oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the swamp, be my guest. And I can't lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight. Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway. I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
You left them here? By the gift shop?
Yeah, it's no big deal. They were all still here this morning. Kind of.
Kind of?
Kind of.
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them in the bag this morning. If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them. I don't want them back. You know what I mean?
I absolutely do.
My God. A pair of Sally's black leggings. Sally says someone played a joke on her since they are covered in a strange liquid slime. Sally left these leggings in her bag and left that bag in the swamp last night. Interesting. Tell me about your job.
I didn't expect to see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place like this.
I only started working here this year anyway. It's temporary. Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money. Don't ask how I ended up here.
I'll save that question for a different day.
I'm asking.
You don't seem at home here exactly.
I hate it.
Okay, Gazi.
This place is
Thank you for
disgusting.
joining me.
Come on, you don't think it's kind of beautiful?
You would say that. You only just got here. You'll get sick of it.
If I wasn't here, I'd be stuck in my office doing paperwork.
At least at your office, you don't have to bring spare clothes every day. It's impossible to leave this place without being covered in dirt.
Challenge accepted.
I love you too, guys. Bestie kisses you directly on the
I
mouth.
have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume. A homemade outfit designed to look like the swamp creature.
I've never seen anything so ridiculous. You'd never see me in that.
I know it's not exactly the latest fashion, but...
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
That's the point of a disguise?
Look, detective. When you have legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you always wear those black leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear.
Making assumptions is the fun part of being a detective.
Well, you're right. I always wear these.
I'm learning a lot of things. Anyway, clues.
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now. I have no idea what that is.
It's a map.
These hats look pretty stupid. Luckily, kids seem to like stupid stuff.
You sell a lot of them?
Yeah, they're pretty popular.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
That's pretty funny.
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now. I have no idea what that is.
It's the only drink they sell around here.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets? This was taken near the forest at the back of the swamp, correct?
How do you know that?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. The water is really clear back there. The legs of this thing are reflected in the bottom half of the photo. It's a nice shot, actually.
A reflection? Oh, yeah, of course. A reflection in the water.
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away.
My turn in the Xbox. The explorer that discovered me 60 years ago said it's my turn in the Xbox.
I have no idea what that is. Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets? Is that one of your clues? It's nice.
The more clues I get, the more annoying this becomes.
I have no idea what that is. I can draw way better than that.
Can you show me?
There's no time. Maybe in the sequel.
Whoa, meta.
That is not something from my gift shop. I've
Oh.
never seen it before. Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
Why are you voguing?
They're mine, but I left them here last night. Now they're covered in slime, and I don't want to go near them.
Get them the hell away from me.
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
Now for profiles. Yourself.
I don't know why she still works here, to be honest. One murder is one murder too many.
Nice. It's actually talking about themselves.
I really don't know what to tell you. Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that.
I don't know. That's a pretty suspicious thing to say.
Is that your new friend? Sweet.
Sweet.
I really don't know what to tell you. Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that. I think the cartoon character is kind of dumb.
What about the real creature?
I've never met him.
Me neither.
Yeah, me neither.
He made sure I always got paid, so I can't say anything bad about him.
You can if you like. He won't hear you.
You should have more respect for the dead.
I know.
I fully recognize that I should.
There aren't many clues over here. But I don't...
Mushrooms are not relevant. And we're back here.
Note to self, don't fall in. These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground over there.
Hello, sir.
You've arrived at a bad time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
Echo.
I always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm
Okay,
a
bye,
detective,
Gazi.
not a tourist.
My
I love you.
apologies. It's just
Nerd.
you have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here, running around, spending their parents' money. You know.
Well, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put in a bathroom?
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say so.
Edward Everstone, at your service.
That's a pretty cool name. Can I call you Ed?
You don't need to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
I have an OC named Echo, but it's spelled different. Actually, I mentioned it last stream. It's one of the main character of a book I'll never write. That reminds me, I was looking at like really old screenshots on our Discord that Pink and I are on with Vaughn. And I did in fact do a NaNoWriMo, or I tried to, of that book before the actual like proper writing I was doing, and I completely forgot. Why? Because it gives you an elevated sense of purpose? Why? Because you're a good swimmer? Why? Because you'd bounce if I threw you at a wall?
Why? Because it gives you an elevated sense of purpose?
What? No.
What?
Because I always come back. Again and again, until my job is done.
Anyway, what were you doing last night?
You come here every day.
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about one of those days. What were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting the tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
A man has to eat, doesn't he? I don't think the meager contributions of one person are going to keep this place afloat. Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get cold at night?
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What kind of sounds?
It's impossible to say. This place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds of animals, some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests. Every night until the sun rises in the morning.
Insects make noises at night. Okay, I've written it down.
This man is suspicious. But so are all of them. This man.
You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you involved.
What does that mean? Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I thought it was...
Not thought. Felt.
I felt... Well, something seemed wrong. There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
So you're against the tourist attraction? Yeah, let's see. You'd rather this area was kept as a natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
All animals deserve the right to live in peace,
Correct.
and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that. He's earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind. Assuming he'll keep to himself and let us walk around with his face on our t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should be left alone. But like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician or anything. So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
So you would make shitty drawings,
What can you tell me about these
Like
designs for a
this?
costume? A Boggy
It's
costume.
Boggy! I must admit, I've been a fan of his before I ever came to the swamp.
A fan? So you're interested in cryptozoology?
Oh, no, I meant, well, Boggy has been in all kinds of cartoons and comic strips. He's one of the greatest characters of the last 100 years. I've got some comics in my
100?
tent. You really should see.
But he was only discovered 60 years ago.
Oh, that's true. Well, I rounded up.
But what about this costume? Have you seen anyone wearing it?
I can honestly say I've never seen anyone wearing anything like that. And I'm a very observant person.
Right. I'm now gonna do a lot of clicking.
I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else.
You don't like...
No thanks, my
You
friend.
don't care about pictures of Bobby?
I'm
Interesting.
afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else.
Man, you got nothing, huh?
This is the journal, correct? The one that man left here 60 years ago?
You seem a little unsure of the details. Shouldn't you have read up on all this stuff?
Forgive me. It's hard for me to get the image of Boggy as the lovable cartoon character out of my mind. He's just so iconic. Did you know, in 1973, he...
But you're protesting to protect the real swamp creature. The cartoon character is just some commercial byproduct, right?
Yes, of course. No thanks, my friend.
No, thank you.
I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend.
Nothing to say about the
I'm
pieces.
afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else.
What's that on that? And now, complete profiles.
You're wasting your time with that one. A man who has sacrificed luxuries to protect those who need protecting. Pretty good beard, too. He seems like a good person. He even sympathizes with my cause.
He agrees with your protest? But he works here, right? And he was friends with Remington.
I think that was the only reason he worked here. Maybe he'll see the light now and leave the swamp behind him. Maybe everyone will. I have nothing to say about them. You're asking the wrong person. You're wasting your time with that one. Ah, yes, Agent Folder.
Oh.
A good man.
You know him?
We get on rather well, and we shared a number of views on the way things were run around here.
Interesting.
Boggy is my prime suspect, you know. The creature you're trying to protect.
Protect is the wrong word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal, and he wants to be left alone at any cost.
Uh-huh.
The murder victim.
Since last night, yeah. But he was the owner of Boggy's Bog. Did you know him?
Not personally. To be honest, I'm quite glad about it.
Not knowing him or his death? Anyway. Hello.
I found these designs for a costume, a boggy costume.
Aha, the legendary swamp creature.
Yeah, that's the one.
But these are just a child's drawings, are they not?
You think?
Perhaps. It's difficult to tell.
I have more things to show you.
I'm sorry, I have not seen that before. What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? That's great.
That's great.
I'm sorry, I have not seen that before. What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? That's great. That's the food I saw Mr. Remington eating at the cafe last night.
Before he got ill and rushed back to his office?
That's right.
This is going down in my notebook. It might be important.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I have not seen that before. What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? That's great. I'm sorry, I have not seen that before. What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? I really don't have an opinion. My apologies.
I like Burl.
You should ask someone else. Try showing it to somebody different. I really don't have an opinion. My apologies. You should ask someone else.
Halt.
What can you tell me about these designs for a boggy costume?
Nothing whatsoever.
You're sure you didn't see anything like this while you were filming yesterday? Wait, hold on a minute. What if
Don't you dare ask.
This costume isn't your doing, is it? Made for your movie, I mean?
My friend, there will be no costumed idiots within the viewfinder of my camera. I can assure you that.
What about your boggy movie? Isn't that gonna be, like, a guy in a costume, or a puppet, or one of those weird robot things?
Technology has been kind to people like me. We no longer have any need for such tomfoolery. I can create a perfectly believable swamp creature within the confines of a computer. Much cheaper, too.
Is it?
If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you. I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection. You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important. If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you.
I gotta say, I really like all the voice acting in this game.
I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection.
All of these voice artists are really good.
You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important. If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you. I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection. You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important. If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you.
This is probably visually really annoying.
I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection. You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important. I simply don't have time to help you with this. You want me to sign a photograph for you? I'm a busy man, and this doesn't look like it's worth my time.
I'm gonna throw your phone in the water.
I simply don't have time to help you with this. You want me to sign a photograph for you?
Even though I have the key, this might not be as simple as I'd hoped. This door has 2 keyholes. So, which key should I use in each one?
Okay, that was legit. I really just picked something random there. There's a lot going on here. Okay.
An old hunting rifle.
Ooh, we're about to
discovered
get a lot of
carelessly near the
stuff.
window. This isn't the kind of thing I can ignore.
An old-fashioned hunting rifle found discarded on the floor in Remington's office. No further information.
Remington's desk is covered in drawings and maps and notes. It's all about Boggy. He was obsessed. An ink bottle was spilled into his work. I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose. Yeesh, it's a bit of a mess. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings.
Out of the way, drawings.
It's a note addressed to Richard Remington. The handwriting is immaculate. Richard, our man of the world. A little help is in order. We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be in vain. Send word when you can. The letter is signed FF. And attached is a blurry little picture. It's some kind of metallic insect. The whole thing is a mystery. I have no idea.
I got the achievement mystery for tomorrow.
Vincent Vanderpeer's business card. There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back. It's a letter Remington was writing before something caused him to spill his ink bottle. My dear fellow, I received your note 2 weeks ago, but have only recently found the time to do the appropriate research on the matter. I feel like my time in this awful swamp might finally come to a close.
Ooh.
All due to the simple realization, the rest is obscured. What a tease.
What a tease.
There's a map of the swamp lying on the desk. It's been annotated in a few places. It's a letter Remington wrote. My dear, but I. There's a map of the swamp. There's a map.
What?
There's a map of the.
Assumedly, then there's nothing else to see here.
Photos and paintings line the wall above the fireplace, but one of the frames is empty. Wait a second. What are these pieces on the floor underneath it? This photo is ripped, but it looks important. If I can piece it together again, maybe it'll reveal a secret.
I can do that. I've done it.
This photograph, it's a young Remington, and then some other men I don't know. They're all holding rifles. Maybe I can ask Harper about it.
First Order of Cryptozoology Hunters, headquarters 1963. A group photo of a hunting club. A younger Remington stands among friends. They're all holding rifles. Very interesting.
The open window looks over the wooden planks outside. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off. These animals, they're not... I don't recognize any of them. Hunting memorabilia. Claws, teeth. It would be an impressive collection if it wasn't so disturbing. This is the creepiest office I've ever been in. Ever. I don't know what's in that jar, and I wish it wasn't in there. I'm gonna stop looking at it now. Something happened here. There are signs of a struggle between the desk and the window. This is the creepiest office. hunting mem- it would. It's a sharp metal poker for a fireplace, hidden in the shadows. Something about those 3 prongs. I feel like I just stumbled across an incredibly important piece of evidence.
Fireplace poker hidden in Remington's office. It has 3 small prongs in the end. There's a small amount of dried blood on the tips of the prongs, covered in strange liquid slime. This was the murder weapon. 3 prongs match up with Remington's wounds. Could this be the murder weapon? Yes.
Have I uncovered a secret in here?
It was a ghost. Explains why. Disproves that. It's historical evidence. Shouldn't be the reason. Sally's face. The hunting photo explains why Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. I don't know about that. Come on. Just proves that is historical evidence that he belonged to a secret society. Maybe.
The hunting photo is historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. I'm getting a strong feeling that Remington might be the bad guy in this story. If he wasn't already dead, I would have loved to ask him a couple of questions. I should ask around, see if I can gather any information about his motives for being here.
Chapter 2 done. Where we at? We got a bit of time. I might push past the 3 hours and just complete this game. It depends. This kind of feels like the last stretch of the story, maybe? I definitely learned some stuff there. So now I suppose we should be asking around about stuff.
You saw Remington last night, but had you met him before? Did you know him?
I've never really spoken with him, but we've come into contact a few times. Vincent likes to handle that kind of work, and I like to let him.
What do you think of this place? The tourist attraction, I mean.
I can't say I like the idea of a natural area like this becoming commercialized.
I know. I just can't understand why anyone would even try.
I think Mr. Remington had his reasons. He looked like a man with a couple of secrets.
Like what?
I have no idea. If I knew, they wouldn't be secrets.
Hunting rifle.
That's great.
So that sure is a gun.
I'm sorry I have not seen that before. What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
Murder. It's all of the new evidence I have. More specs. Thank you for your time. What?
I suppose you've met with our murder victim, Richard Remington.
Yes, I've been in and out of this place for a while now. Naturally, I've crossed paths with Remington a number of times. Good value, that one. A real raconteur, you know.
You liked him? So far, I'm getting the impression he wasn't the most popular guy around here.
Well, that much is clear, isn't it? The man obviously slipped up somewhere, made an enemy or two, and bam, that's that. You just can't be too careful, can you?
Yeah, I think he did have an enemy or two. Or 3. But you liked him.
I respected him. Good head on his shoulders. Good business sense, that man. He understood how to make things work for him.
How about this gun?
If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you.
No, please sign my gun.
I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection. You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important.
Goodbye. That's the wrong button. Off we go.
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers.
Blue.
There's a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside. It's locked, though.
You.
I found these designs for a boggy costume.
Oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No, I believe the murderer was dressed like this last night when they attacked Remington.
If they were trying to scare him out of the swamp, they should have spent more time making an accurate design.
What do you mean?
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
What's wrong with it?
Well, those flippers? Pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody knows what Boggy's feet look like.
Well.
No footprint has ever been recorded.
Well.
So tell me, Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Oh, well, that's, you know, I mean, it's all a matter of taking the time to... It's just that... But there's no way anyone would believe... Nothing but foolishness.
Got him.
What can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
We didn't really have one, and now we definitely don't have one. But look, all I can say is that he was a coward who enjoyed watering down history for his own benefit.
What does that mean?
It means there are some chapters of this swamp's history that he never wanted anyone to know about.
Did he like you sniffing around this museum all the time?
I don't think he knew, to be honest. And even if he did, there's nothing he could have done about it. He has no right to this building. He knows that. We both know that.
Why not? It was part of his tourist attraction, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Very interesting. I'm now gonna point a gun at you.
I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again. Is that the missing page of the journal?
I think so.
It's an important artifact. It belongs in a museum.
Yeah, you're not wearing the right hat to be saying that.
This is just a piece of junk they sell to tourists. It has no resemblance to the real creature. Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
He kind of sounds like... And I know it's definitely not the voice artist, but, Neil from Camp, or, Radar from Minecraft Story Mode Season 2, or the plethora of other characters that voice artists voices. But it's very reminiscent of that.
You're wasting your precious time, detective.
It's like if Radar was an asshole.
I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again.
So Neil.
I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
He's like me, constantly pushing his glasses up.
You're wasting your precious time, detective. So, you found it.
Oh.
I wonder who else knows about it.
We're not gonna pursue that? What was that?
I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again. I have no interest in something like that. Obviously. If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already. Oh, yes, I know him. He occasionally asks me about the history and biology of the swamp creature. I explained to him what the real Boggy looks like and how they changed his appearance for the cartoon character.
Why did he ask about that?
Because some people are naturally curious. You should give it a try sometime.
I'm literally... The only thing I do is ask questions.
Next time, only show me something if it's important. Let's make that a rule. This person is of no interest to me whatsoever.
Anyway. Oh. Hey, little girl.
The great detective returns.
Thank you.
Did you run out of ideas? Need a little push in the right direction?
Getting a new idea. It involves ignoring you. No need to push me, but the direction would help. You're the one who needs a little push.
No need to push me, but the direction would help.
Like it or not, I'm here to help you.
I get it. You give me a map, then you magically disappear and hide behind a tree for an hour. You want me to be impressed?
Did you talk to all the suspects yet?
I'm working on it.
Working
I
on
can't
it.
rush these things, you know?
Have you noticed anything unusual?
I notice that this is going to take longer than I originally planned, and I'm getting the feeling that I wasn't wrong about this tourist attraction.
What do you mean?
I had a hard time believing there could be a place like this here in a dark corner of a swamp. It didn't make sense, and it still doesn't.
Some things don't make sense straight away. You need to look a little closer.
At what? The mud? The water? The trees?
Nope. They've been here for years, and they're not to blame. They belong here.
She's gone again. Hiding in a bush, no doubt. I wonder if she'll ever tell me something I can actually understand.
I'm gonna continue saying these things out loud. I have a person to bother, if you'll excuse me. Hello, ma'am.
You've been here so long, you must have crossed paths with Remington a few times. What did you think of him?
That man was a threat to the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be better off without him. Hopefully the curtain will fall on his little tourist attraction as well.
Better off? With a killer on the loose now?
There have been murderers loose in the swamp before.
What are you talking about?
What?
In my time here, I've seen the swamp
Ah.
invaded by men,
Them.
by hunters,
Mm-hmm.
several times. They're relentless.
What were they hunting? Wait, what about Boggy? Is that why no one has seen him in 60 years?
Uh-huh.
They always fell short of their ultimate goal. That just meant they came back again and again, doing more harm each time.
But this area is protected by law, right?
It is now, but some men have no respect for laws, of any kind. They tried to get me to leave my home here. I stood my ground.
Obviously. But this whole area is a tourist attraction now. I doubt Remington would have allowed anyone to march into Boggy's bog with a gun and start hunting down his main attraction.
He was one of them. Anyway, I have goopy things
Let's see.
to investigate.
First, then
Loud.
and now...
Blueberry. Flower. Loud.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. What's going on here? That was definitely the same as the other tests.
I have more. Another goop.
Let's see.
Why is that so loud?
And now... Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. The swamp slime. It's all the same.
My God.
It's the exact same liquid again.
It's soda. Soda.
There's something about that green slime.
There's proof that found at the tree's house and found at the crime scene and the only reason that belonged to Boggy have magic powers are covered in the same swamp slime, covered in green powder. My hairstyle. My hairstyle. There's proof that found in the treehouse. Found at the crime scene. Well, the leggings weren't found at the crime scene. The swamp creature, the only reason. Cauldron. proof that the leggings cover the same doesn't make any sense. I don't have Ghazi, the smart person. The fireplace poker found at the crime scene and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime.
The fireplace poker found at the crime scene and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. Sally's leggings. They link her with the crime scene. I'll have to ask her about it.
I have a challenge for her. I have more clues to show you.
He drew me into his journal. I was 20 years old. That's the end of the story.
I bet it's not. Does this explorer have a name?
Yes.
Are you going to tell me?
No.
No.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it. No, thank you.
No, thank you. I don't want a gun.
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
It's fabric. What? Wait, but this is the same as his curtains. I guess that confirms that it's not the same fabrics that she gave him as a peace offering.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it. I recognize some of those men. Unfortunately. They've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
Before that, yes. And one of them after that. You should ask someone else. Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree. I'm not even sure who that is.
Alright, well, it was nice talking to you. Goodbye. I will carry on. Hello, sir.
You said you knew Remington?
He and I knew each other for a long time. I came to work at his tourist attraction in the early days, when he needed help.
Well, what kept you here?
I know most people wouldn't want to work in a place like this. I actually like it here, so I was happy to oblige.
You might like it, but I still don't see why anyone would build a tourist attraction here.
Mr. Remington has his reasons. He probably had several. I don't presume to know what they all were. Even though we were friends, he had some secrets, some hobbies, that I was happy to let him keep secret.
Secrets? Hobbies? A secret hobby?
He was a man with a dream. I can tell you that much.
Fascinating.
Why don't you show that to someone else? I don't know everything, I'm afraid.
Tell me about this gun.
That's Mr. Remington's old hunting rifle. He usually keeps it around. For whatever reason. He was very fond of that thing. Looks like it was fired recently. That's the same fabric from Mr. Remington's curtains. It's Mr. Remington's fireplace poker. This slime on the handle. It's familiar for some reason.
It's your soda that you sell.
One of Mr. Remington's secrets. I never wanted to know the details, but these men travel the world, seeking mysterious animals to hunt. They consider myths and legends to be the ultimate prey.
Disgusting. I hate them.
I can't help you with that one. Sorry. Why don't you show that to someone else? I don't know very much about them. It's here a lot. I think he's been putting less effort into his protests recently. Which is a shame. I think it's an admirable cause.
Do you talk to him much?
Not really. Sometimes he likes to talk, just casual conversation. He asks how business is going and what everyone likes to eat, nothing of real importance.
He may have poisoned the man. Hi, girl.
So what can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
I didn't have one. I think I spoke to him twice, ever. He usually seemed really busy, but more like preoccupied.
Preoccupied? Like he was thinking about something else? Something that wasn't this tourist attraction?
Who can say? What do old men think about?
What? Are you implying that I know the answer to that?
Look at this gun.
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now. I have no idea what that is. Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
Oh yeah, I can challenge her.
Yeah, I have a pretty good view of him from here. Anyone supporting animal rights is okay in my book. His protest used to have a bit more energy, though. He spends more time inside his tent these days.
What's he doing in there?
I'm happy to say, I don't know.
There might be something I can ask Echo about.
More time holding. Spends less time holding. It's recently acquired. Never spoken to. Echo spends less time holding the protest sign because he's terrified. And plans to eat it. Less time in his tent and more time in his tent.
Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. I wonder if Echo can tell me what he's been doing that's more important than his protest.
Echo is currently the most suspicious person to me. Anyway, thanks for your help. I'm gonna challenge you now.
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning, they're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime. What's your angle, Grimoire?
Black leggings were part of the murderer's costume. The exact slime hasn't been found anywhere else. Proof you were wearing them during the murder! No.
Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Costume? Is that why someone took them out of my bag last night?
Well, you know, I don't have proof someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective the second he shows up? Besides, look at them. What do you notice?
They're far too long for you to wear. You're too fat to wear these. They're loose and stretched.
They're loose and stretched.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these. They're stretched out, especially at the waist. It's pretty obvious.
So, let's see. Somebody stole them to use in their boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs. Do you want a souvenir?
Yes.
Oh, my, yes. But only if you choose one for me.
You look like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
Sick! And it's stupid loud. A small plastic toy sold at the gift shop has the cartoony appearance of Boggy. Boggy's feet are hidden in a bucket of water. Alright. Little girl.
You again. Ready with some cryptic advice, no doubt?
Don't let them take him.
Who? The murderer? That's my job. I gotta make sure that they...
No, the creature. Don't take him away. This place is his home.
Oh, Boggy. Hey, don't worry.
Oh, tell me Boggy's
I
real.
don't really believe he could be, responsible for this mess.
You didn't?
Well, no.
Mainly because I don't believe he exists at all. I don't believe he could ever hurt anyone. I've always known who the murderer was, and it's not Boggy. It was me. I didn't believe he existed at all.
Mainly because I didn't believe he existed at all.
So, he won't get in trouble? You won't have to leave?
Well, he's been out here for what, 60 years, hasn't he? And stayed out of trouble for that long. I have a feeling some detective isn't going to change all that in one day.
Well, in that case, he says... Thank you.
Aw. You're welcome, Boggy. Achievement unlocked. Who is that little girl? Oh boy. We're doing this again. You, sir! I have some questions for you.
So, what did Mr. Remington think of you? I mean, protesting in the middle of a swamp every day.
It wasn't his swamp. If he ever truly thought it was, then he was even more of a fool than he seemed.
But he didn't like you hanging around, right?
That man was exceptionally skilled at ignoring me. Ignoring anything he didn't like.
So, what? He just left you alone?
He expected me to get bored and go home. He figured I'd get sick of this place and he'd have it back to himself.
But he didn't want it to himself, did he? He wanted lots of people to come visit all the time, surely.
I'm sure it says that in the brochure. Yes.
Anyway, look at this wind-up toy.
No thanks, my friend.
Look at this gun.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
He doesn't know what guns are. How about the murder weapon?
Why are you carrying that around with you?
I have a suspicion it may have been the murder weapon.
Really? I thought Remington was attacked by something with claws, wasn't he?
Is that public knowledge?
What?
You're not a bad detective.
Oh
Well, I
shit,
found
he's
photos
gonna kill
of
me
his
now.
office. It was ripped up, though. I think he was some kind
He
of...
was a lot of things. Don't lose that picture. And show it to Mr. Harper before you leave.
Didn't I? Anyway, I'm here to challenge you.
I heard you've been spending less time protesting recently and more time, in your tent. Normally I wouldn't pry, but it's my job to
I'm
ask...
touched people have even noticed something like that. I usually get the impression everyone else is doing their best to ignore me.
So, you admit it's true?
You can put your notebook away. There isn't really any reason for it. Nothing worth writing down, at least.
Well, if it's not worth writing down, maybe it's worth hearing.
In that case, you'd forget it.
How do you know? Maybe it would echo in my mind.
Look, if you take a guess and get it right, I promise not to deny it.
Let's work out why Echo was hidden away in his tent. Notebook time.
Boggy. Buggy. Taxes. A ghost. Weather. I have a silly nickname. This was a ghost. The creators of this game have another game where you play as a ghost trying to scare people out of various locations so you can exist there in peace. And that is the little ghost. Taxes. The tax collector.
You've been hiding in your tent from the tax man.
Why not?
I feel like I messed that up. Anyway.
I think it's time I went to talk to Officer James.
Chapter 4, at the beginning of the end. Guess I will head on back to Officer James. James, my man.
You finally returned. Well, did you find the swamp creature? Where is he?
What swamp creature? I didn't find him. Forget all about him!
I forgot all about him.
You finally returned.
Misread it.
Did you find the swamp creature? Where is he?
What swamp creature? I forgot about him. I didn't find him.
I didn't find him.
What? You're not getting paid to wander about aimlessly, Grimoire. Get back out there.
I don't need to. The case can't be solved. I'll keep looking for him.
I don't need to.
What? Okay, Boggy's criminal record.
Why not? I thought he was our prime suspect.
Well, not anymore.
Didn't you find photographic evidence of Boggy from last night? Let me see that photo.
That's
If
a
that's
photo.
not buggy, what is it?
Do I present the costume?
I found designs for the costume in a trash can.
Aha.
Not only that, I collected all the pieces of the costume myself. Well, nearly all of them. There's still the one
But
that...
the footprints at the scene of the crime! How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
Well,
What's this? I thought there were no records of a footprint anywhere.
No public records. The footprints at the crime scene don't match the ones on this page.
Aha.
They were just a product of these slippers. A part of the costume.
But Grimoire, this costume, it doesn't have claws of any kind.
Uh-huh.
How do you explain the 3 wounds on the victim's chest?
twas the poker.
Prongs match up with the wounds perfectly. The handle's even covered in slime, see?
Ah, but this swamp slime was one of the reasons Buggy became a suspect in the first place. Surely this only incriminates the creature further.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But that slime, it's not exactly what you think.
It's soda.
This stuff is an uncanny resemblance to the so-called swamp slime. A bunch of it was stolen from the storeroom of the cafe, which reminds me,
What is that exactly?
a poisoned hot dog. It's the second reason that the murderer broke into the storeroom. He put this green powder on the entire supply, just to make sure.
To make sure of what?
Make sure everyone in the swamp would be poisoned. Make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office. Make sure no one would eat at the cafe ever again.
To make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office.
Remington went back to his office? Alone? I've been looking through your evidence, Grimoire. One piece
is weird.
in particular seems critical to me. I think we need to work
The
out.
video footage? Vincent Vanderpeer filmed it last night, at the exact moment of the murder, I believe.
Well, exactly. I think we can both agree these sounds in the background. They're essential in our mystery. Could you talk me through them? Just rearrange the descriptions on the left to match the sounds on the right. Drag them around and keep swapping until you're happy with the order. And if you want to hear the sounds again, you can tap on them.
No problem. I can always check my case file if I want to go over my notes.
Oh, okay. Creaking.
I think that's it.
I've done it.
Ah, excellent. There's just 2 small details bothering me. First of all, if Remington ripped off a piece of his curtains, why wasn't it found at the crime scene? What happened to it?
It was stuffed in the
Turns out the
headpiece.
murderer took that piece of fabric and concealed it inside the head of the costume. Then he fled the crime scene to hide all the parts in different areas of the swamp.
Ah, well, that's my problem. If Remington fired his rifle, how did the assailant survive and manage to escape?
Padding.
Did Remington miss his target?
At point blank? A man of his experience? I don't think so. In fact, the answer to that question is the very last link in our chain. The one thing that has eluded me so far. I'll drag the clue items from the left onto my drawing here, and we'll see what happens when we compare the pieces I collected with the original design I found.
Oh. My phone was telling me it's been 3 hours. But I feel like we're at the end here.
Wait, you never found the body piece, the torso.
I think I know where it is.
You're right, and I never would have found it. Not lying around. Not like the others.
But what does this have to do with the murderer surviving the rifle shot?
This torso is probably made up of some thick material, something covering the culprit's entire upper body. I believe it may have even been enough to
Soften the impact from a bullet! Aha!
Exactly.
Well, let's put your theory to the test. Where is that last piece of the costume?
Shoot him.
But how? We looked everywhere. Not a single clue.
Simple. He's still wearing
it. Detective Grimoire. Detective Grimoire.
I don't know what you want with me. Sounds like you two were smart enough to uncover the real criminal in this swamp, and lucky enough to have somebody else deal with him for you. You worked it out. He had his rifle on him. He got half a glance at me and pulled the trigger without hesitation.
But why would he do that?
You admit to being at the crime scene.
You were dressed as Buggy. He shouldn't be pointing his gun at a unique scientific specimen, not to mention his main attraction.
You're right. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, does it? Not unless you're in on the secret.
It's framed because... Forgot to tell me that. Can't pre-proof that. Leads me to believe it was Buggy in disguise. Was here to hunt Buggy. Ha ha ha! Come here, Richard Remington.
The hunting photo leads me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy.
Ah. Final chapter. The Hunter and the Hunted.
A secret society, an order of hunters, seeking out mysterious and elusive creatures.
The order goes further than this one man, and much further than this one swamp.
The whole thing is kind of distressing. I knew something was wrong as soon as I stepped into that office.
I'm glad you've finally come around. It's not just
But what about Remington? He was a member of this order?
He made Boggy his own personal project, his own obsession. For years he hunted the creature, the potential perfect addition to his collection.
But he owned the tourist attraction. He set it up himself, didn't he?
He did. It was just his way of forming a legal loophole. Since the area became protected, he and his friends were unable to come here for hunting anymore. Boggy's Bog was just a front for his own little game. A man pursuing a creature.
A creature that might not even exist.
And that's why Remington kept a rifle nearby at all times?
Mm-hmm.
Well, exactly. He didn't want to take any chances.
Now, don't you see? I did this place a service. Did Boggy a service. That creature, he can live in peace again.
Can he? You tried to frame him for murder. You wanted everyone to think he was some kind of ruthless predator?
Well, think about it. Once he became suspected of murder, they'd have no choice but to shut this whole place down. Everyone would finally realize they had no business here.
But he's not a killer. You didn't have the right. How can you know what Boggy wanted? Any good options here? You know what? I'm gonna defend Boggy's rights.
But he's not a killer. You're the one who...
Detective.
Yes?
It's
finished. Well, don't be angry. You should be glad. It's finally time to leave the swamp. You have another job to do.
I don't know.
I'm blacking
Not that
out.
it makes any difference to somebody like you, but I never intended to kill him.
But you
Just
did.
To scare him. Convince him Boggy wasn't going to let him live here in peace any longer. But, true to form, he had his rifle on him. You worked out the rest yourself.
You're right. Doesn't make any difference. It makes a difference. Silent. I'm gonna say it makes a difference.
It makes a difference.
Well, Mr. Everstone, I'm afraid you'll still have to come with us. Fortunately, there's a police station just a few miles down.
Hey, wait!
What? Buggy real? Buggy real! Buggy. My hat.
Looks like you solved more than one mystery tonight.
We've done it. Oh, what a delight. I'm so happy, Boggy Real. Pogging at Boggy. Aw, that was fun. Wow, clapping.
We had Mr. Everstone questioned.
Achievement unlocked. Nice hat.
Us everything he knew. A number of rumors going around the department have been confirmed.
And Remington's office?
Searched down to the last detail. And well, we agree with you, but I know what you're thinking. I'd love to put an end to it, just the same as you. But there's always...
Are we going after them?
We better be.
Hell yeah. And that was Detective Grimoire. Oh, I'm so happy Boggy Real. And looked fantastic. I love that design. And him feetsies. Oh, that was awesome. Definitely, I think, gonna need to make fan art for this at some point. Well, pop on over to this. Get that lo-fi going again. Close that. Wow. I have lots of thoughts, and they're very hard to organize. That was fascinating. And hey, not too much longer than 3 hours. That ending bit where it kept showing a chapter title of getting to the very end, putting all the clues together and solving it for good was low-key confusing to me. I thought every time that came up that I had done something wrong and it reset, but then it continued. Wow. Boggy real. Boggy writes. And still not a killer. Fascinating. Why would anyone drink that soda? Or whatever. That was used as the swamp slime on Boggy. Why would anyone have been drinking that in the first place? Ugh. I really liked all of the voice art throughout that. All of the voice artists did a phenomenal job. The sound design was a bit funky. There's cutscenes were full volume no matter what you set your volume to. That's really the only complaint I would have. It's not particularly useful that I can adjust the volume on my headphones, but not on the stream without bringing up Streamlabs. I digress. And I really loved the art style. I thought that was very neat, very nice, and unique. And the animation for everything was very fluid. Very impressive work. Very fun little game. I think I might go back to that and try and get 100% at some point. Not on stream. You know, personal stuff. We'll see. I've been playing a lot of, I picked up Sky Factory 3 again, Minecraft mod pack. Maybe one day I'll stream something like that. I did, when I very first started, and I'm still very early on, I want to stream, the Natural Magic mod pack that I have. Which I might, because it's Minecraft, I could just have some, like, you know, chill music going on the whole time. But I really like Natural Magic because it has all of my favorite magic mods. It has Thaumcraft, it has Witchery, it has Botania, it has Blood Magic, it has Project E, but like the really advanced endgame Project E, so I never end up getting to it because you have to get to the like end of all of the other mods to begin with Project E, which would certainly be a goal. And a long-term goal. There's, I recently rewatched and finished rewatching Achievement Hunter's Stoneblock 2, so now I really want to play that, but I want to play that maybe with Pink. If not a group of people would be awesome. Especially because, probably anyone I would invite wouldn't know about the mod pack or any of the mods within it as much as I do, so there'd be a lot of goofs that can happen of the others discovering this stuff. Anyway, that was Detective Grimoire. Detective Derelict solved the case, which is genuinely surprising to everyone. Thank you for joining me on that adventure. It was very, very fun. Video seemed to have looked good throughout. Audio issues were kind of outside of my control that time. I'll leave you with some chill lo-fi. Thanks for stopping by.